All right, it's time for Squardle 101. And by that, I don't mean basic instructions on how to do Squardle. I mean puzzle number 101, a weekly Squardle anyways. So if you're not familiar with Squardle, this is like Wordle on a grid. We're guessing a row and a column at the same time. This 8 is how many guesses we have remaining. And somebody suggested a while back that I should do a challenge where I have to form a straight diagonal line of the same letter. So they suggested starting with Basage, Emoji, Raja, Eject, and Joker, which would put J's diagonally across here, so sure. So we're clearly not gonna get a 9 this week unless one of these words happens to be the answer, which it's not gonna be because there's no J in the puzzle. So Raja, Eject, and it's not too surprising that there's no J in the puzzle. All right, so there we go. 5 guesses in, we've got very little. At least the good letters are in the puzzle this time. Ooh, now interesting, we do have a double A in the middle here. Okay, so we do have something, and there's no A in the middle, so these two are A's. Okay, well, that worked out. Now, let's see, what else can we figure out? So we know there's an A in this column. It can't be first, second, or third. It could be fourth or fifth, though. There is an A in this row, and it can't be fourth or third, so it's first, second, or fifth. Now, it's unlikely that you have a double A in the first or fifth column, but it's possible. But I'm thinking A right here is pretty good. So that's the A's. And let's look at E's. There's a lot of E's. We've got an E in the column. Let's see, there's an E. There's no E in the second row or the first column. So the E, oh, in the fifth, so this is an E. This is an E, for sure. Guaranteed, because the yellow E here. Okay, there's no E in the third row, second row. Okay, fourth and fifth rows have E's. This one, again, this is a definite E. There we go, very nice. And then there's one in the fifth row here. It can't be fifth, fourth, first, or second, so this is an E. Oh, interesting, there's a double E in that middle column, okay. Okay, well, we do have some things. We know more than I thought we were gonna know, actually. There's an S at the top, but it's not at the beginning. That's about all we know there. There's an R in this middle row. It's not first or third. There's also an O. There's an R and an O, so maybe aroma? Aroma's pretty good. I mean, there's not too many words with the A at the beginning and the end. You can't do like arena or something. There's no E. So aroma's pretty good. We don't really know much else about that column. This is interesting here, this E. I mean, it can't be erode, there's no R. E, it could be something like emote. No, there's no T down here. Ah, there is a T and an R in this last column. Maybe TRA, or it could be ART. Oh, we do have the yellow T here too, so maybe ART? And ER is good here. It's pretty good. We could put an I here. We do have the red I, so IME and the yellow I. That's good too. Don't really know much else. I mean, this could be like start, potentially, with another T in there and the S at the beginning. We do have the S up here. Unfortunately, the things that I know the most about are not the first row and column, because that's what we need to guess right now. So, you could do S second, but I don't like that. You need to have a vowel at the beginning, and it can't be A, can't be E, it can't be I. You could do an O or a U, but I don't really like that. So I'm thinking the S might be maybe it is, start or smart or something. IT isn't too bad here though. You could even have 2 I's, something like pivot. No, you can't have, ooh. Ah, that's interesting. So the I can't be first or second in that row. So it's either third or fourth, and I don't like EI, so I think this is a definite I. I'm gonna say that's a definite I. IME, and this could be, it can't be R. It's probably not a D if this is a T at the end, which we don't necessarily know that, but it'd be an S. S would be good. EST. This could be a D up here, something like dimes. It's possible. Let's go back to this E. I'm wondering how many things could this be? Because it can't be emote because of the T. It could be evoke. Ooh, actually, that's not too bad. Do something like pivot? No, pivot is OT, isn't it? Oh, you could do elope. Elope is pretty good. And this could be like paper down here. Another P. We haven't guessed a P yet. And LIT is good. So, oh, but it can't be. But we can't do an E or an O or an A. Unlit? U? Unlit? Do we know anything about N yet? No, we don't know N or U yet. What would UAP be though? Maybe not P. You could also do caper or, I can't do taper. But you could, ooh, you know what would be really crazy? I'm not sure how that's gonna work here, but I was gonna say quack and I don't know what this would be though. Something, okay. I don't know if I like that actually. I'm thinking U there though. Maybe not C. Well, I don't know. It could be the E that's wrong too, actually. We could still do this. This could be gape something, or I was gonna say something like gauge. Oh, what about vapor? But vapor is OR, right? A vapor, someone who vapes? And guava, maybe? And guess, and oh, yeah. This is almost working, but not quite. Well, you know, we could guess right now, because I feel like there's a decent chance one of these two is a U. We know that's an E. We know there's an S in the row. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna do guess. All right, there we go. Very nice. Okay. So maybe it could be guava, vapor, but unwraps, that doesn't work. Could aroma be wrong? I mean, we know there's the two A's. It needs to have an R. And the R can't be third. The R has to be second or fourth. Ooh, agora. Oh, that's interesting. That's an interesting, that doesn't really help here though, does it? I mean, it's not necessarily UN, but it's gotta be agora or aroma, I think. It can't be aorta, because the O can't be second and the R can't be third. So it's gotta be agora or aroma. So it's gotta be the A, the O has to be there, I think. And then you've got EOE, and I think it's gotta be evoke or elope. And I think it's gotta be this. So I think it's gotta be unlit and then something. And this has to be an R or a G. But then I don't know what the column's gonna be, but the A's gotta be there, right? I don't know, I like unlit. I think unlit's good. I'm thinking about guessing unlit. And hoping for the best. Okay. Well, we're not getting the whole grid figured out like we sometimes do, but we're getting enough of it. Okay, so now aroma or agora, and I mean, I think this has to be an A. There's an A in the row. You're not gonna do a double A, I don't think. This one's an E, so A's gotta be there. What is this? And now this almost has to be elope, right? Elope and this is a definite R now. Definite R. So we've got S-T-A-R, and it could be start or stare, but it can't be E. I think it's gotta be start. And I think this has to be guava. Can't be guano because of the white O down here. So I think it's gotta be vapor and elope. So the question is it aroma or agora? This is an M. What is this? So maybe it is an R. And then you could do siren? What do we know about N? We don't know much. There's N. And this ungag. Ooh, ungag. I think that works. Okay, so we should be able to do this in 3 more guesses. Let's just do the rows. Okay, an agent. Wow, okay, well, 6 isn't too bad. That's the best I can do with a 5-word start unless one of the 5 words happens to be one of the answers. All right, well, that felt a little rough, but we still got there, you know, without too much trouble, really. So, guava, ungag, elope, siren, start, guess, unlit, agora, vapor, and agent. And vapor meaning like someone who vapes, I guess, because vapor, like the stuff in the air, is OR, so very interesting. All right, well, as usual, the weekly Squardle has some, you know, more difficult words because there's only so many combinations you can do with the common words. So let me know how you did with these unusual words in here today and how many guesses you had remaining. And of course, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you again soon with some more puzzles.